So today on Super Happy Fun Time, we rented bicycles from the old man next to the Hotel 1 Mai, and that was a super fun exercise in language because my Albanian is not awesome and his English was worse, but we got it sorted out. We rented 2 bikes for 3 hours, and she's back there behind me somewhere, way back there behind me apparently. I don't know. Pretty sure she's back there somewhere. Are you back there somewhere? Oh, you are.
I am back there.
Okay. Are we having fun yet?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So the project was to ride the couple miles up to the next little tiny town, Tushemisht, and see what's there, because there was a rental potentially there, but it looks like a tiny little town on Google Maps, and we've come to distrust Auntie Google a little bit. Oh, hang on. Because Auntie Google doesn't seem to know an awful lot about Albania. We're helping where we can, but so that's kind of interesting. There's a fixer-upper for you. So one of the interesting things about this whole bicycle rental experience, we were talking about our sort of safety and security level here. Since we've gotten to Albania, we've gotten really sloppy with leaving the backpack just laying on a chair in a street side cafe, leaving our phones laying on the table. This dude that we rented the bikes from, he doesn't know us from Adam's House Cat. We told him we wanted to rent 2 bikes for 3 hours, and he set us up with a couple of bikes and sent us on our way. I asked about whether we pay now or later, and all he could say was no problem, and wave and 3 hours, and then he showed me the time so that we'd be back in our 3 hours, and that was it. He didn't ask for names, collect ID, or anything. Just go have fun. We started off with a nice wide promenade, and now we're on a kind of a narrow little road, which fortunately isn't well traveled this time of year. But Lake Ohrid stretched out to the left there, and I think we're half, maybe 2/3 of the way between Pogradec and Tushemisht. And if I'm butchering the pronunciation, my apologies. I'm doing the best I can. So we come off that narrow little road we've been riding on into town, and it just switches to big old kind of sidewalk road thing. So we've just ridden from Pogradec to Tushemisht, and it took us just about 30 minutes from the time he pointed to, what time it was, so we'd know when 3 hours ended till now. So what do you think after not being on a bike since we were in Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah. No, it's fine, other than, the hand going numb, but
yeah,
we'll survive.
We'll survive. I was having flashbacks to when I was 13 or 14 and used to ride my 10-speed at high speeds with hands-free and doing yo-yo tricks while I was riding, and that's we're pretty much not there anymore coordination-wise. So our mission today to ride the bikes down here from Pogradec to Tushemisht is to see what's here, because there was potentially an apartment, and we decided that it doesn't matter how nice the apartment is if the town doesn't work. So let's talk about what you were just saying about why would the town not work for us.
If the town doesn't have a grocery store and affordable restaurants, if it's a complete resort town with high-priced restaurants and stuff like that, then it doesn't work for us. We need affordable grocery stores and affordable restaurants.
Correct, because we are traveling on a budget. We may have mentioned that before. I don't know, 4, 5, 1,800 times in the last year and a half that we are on a budget. Durres was beautiful for that because we had a great balance of inexpensive restaurants and nice restaurants, several grocery stores that worked for us, and even here in Pogradec, there's some okay, affordable restaurants, and we haven't really stepped out much. I mean, The Change was a nice restaurant, and that's not super high end, but so we really, really, really love that town.
But it's going to be too hot there during July, August, and September, so that's why we're here in Pogradec, and why we're
Durres will be too hot.
Right.
Right. Pogradec will be cooler because we're elevated and on the lake. So that's why we're here. So having arrived solidly into Tushemisht, which is a town which appears to be entirely made of cute. Right?
It is entirely made of
cute.
timber frame houses,
Right.
tower roofs.
Right.
Yeah, adorable.
Right. So after we finish our macchiatos, we'll go explore a little bit more. But the road that we came in, street, alley, I don't know what it was, down that way, looks just like this, only way more so. Going that way then? That looks bicycle hazardous. Okay. I'm gonna stop and let this guy figure out what he's doing. You don't want to go up the hill then? Okay. I think that's the end of that. Oh, I thought that was a statue. It's really not a statue. He doesn't want us over there.
So I'm just thinking if we go that way, we need to be prepared that he may not be keen on that.
Okay. Let's see. I'll film you because it'll be funny if he attacks. Maybe not that funny. I know, buddy. I know. That is the end, though. Yeah, we know. You're not excited about us being here. We'll be fine. Just passing through. There's all these cats. Okay, this is the area you were telling me that's along the creek that isn't really a creek. And there's a market of some sort, produce market anyway. So that's properly old, it looks like. And there's a bigger road up above. That's probably the one that goes to the border. Is that right? Lakes to our left. So North Macedonia is about, what, a mile and a half up that road. So there's the lake, and off to one side over there somewhere is where we came from. Post your dates. Try a crepe or a sandwich or something? Sure. Then we stopped at Bon Bon Crepes for crepes. And we have a lovely lakeside view. Okay, so that is crepa Cesar, which has chicken and stuff inside of it. We'll find out. While he brings putula. Putula ne pistache. Ah, beautiful. Almond. Okay. Okay, so we got green stuff, yellow stuff. Oh, it's corn, lettuce. All right, that ought to be lovely. We're absolutely going to do an unboxing as you rip that thing open, because, you know,
Hot fried dough.
Looks really good.
Pistachio.
And pistachio. Patula ne pistache.
Very thick pistachio sauce.
It's everything you expected it to be? And then some? Okay, beautiful.
Yummy.
Oh, good, because you're going to have to put down 2 of those. So they got this area here that looks like they wanted to pedestrianize, but they needed a road. Flood irrigation going on there. So we took a little side street off the main road here. Curious if she knows where she's leading us. Or...
I was just noticing the wattle fencing along the inside of the water there.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was thinking about going that way, but I'm getting tired, so
Okay.
maybe back towards the road.
So there's a go-kart track back there. Okay, so that'll take us back down to the main drag. Okay. Thought I was going to get my feet wet there. the visitor center, which is back where we started. Nice smooth road. So if you saw our video about the concrete bunkers in Durrës, they're all over because this is really close to a border. North Macedonia is just over there on the other side of the lake, a couple miles away. So during the Hoxha regime, the 60s to the 80s, he directed that they build these defensive bunkers. And there's, at most estimates, 175,000 of them scattered throughout Albania. Most of which obviously have fallen into disrepair in the ensuing 40-odd years. Some of them have been decorated up a little bit, like this one that's coming up. Has been graffitied. There's one with some eyes on it. I feel like it was coming up here pretty soon. Well, maybe not. That one's pretty well destroyed. And this is, in theory, a 2-lane road. There it is. Somebody's painted little eyes on it. So, and there's a bunker being used for advertising, Fabio Camping, which is that place back there. And then out there in the water, you got beach volleyball for the people that want a real workout. Because you'll be, you know, mid-thigh, possibly waist deep when you get out to that net. I guess depending on your height. At my height, I'd probably be mid-thigh based on the people we saw out there earlier when we were coming through. So then after sort of a mile-ish, mile and a half maybe, of open road, we're back to Pogradec. And the nice smooth brick walkway. So that's the Hotel 1 Maji right there, the white building you can almost see through the trees. So this is the dude we rented the bikes from. Super nice guy. Again, the only English he seems to know is no problem, but we made it work. And the bike rentals are 100 lek per hour, so like $1.18. And yeah, like I said in the other part of the video, he doesn't know us from Adam's house cat. We told him we wanted to rent 2 bikes, and he gave us 2 bikes, and we told him he'd be 3 hours, and he showed me his phone that it was 11:10 at the time, and said, repeated 3 hours, and sent us on our way. And we paid him when we got back.
No credit card deposit,
Nope. No ID,
hold,
nothing. Just have fun. So 600 lek for 2 bikes for 3 hours, so that's 60 for $7.12 or something. I don't know. It's warm, and we just rode our bikes 3 miles in the heat, so my math isn't mathing. It sure helps if you push that button before you start talking. Let's see how we feel about riding and recording. Let's try it with the other hand.